Charlie, then say Edem Agbana be young man or be small boy just because he's trying to find out who the party people are.
Yes, so yesterday at the PAC sitting, some grandparents and old ladies and old men said he's a young boy for asking probing questions of relevance in our national discourse, especially when it comes to corruption and how we misappropriate funds. So it was a spectacle yesterday.
We have to talk about this because some cultural norms that are seeping into our society, if we allow them to seep into certain institutions, it can only destroy them and not create them or build them up. So we must talk about this.
What are some of the norms?
I am older than you. You're a small boy. Hey, be at your place. Don't do this because you are younger than this person. And that is how come we don't even have a lot of entrepreneurs, because people are still in their 30s, mid-30s, late 30s, and yet still they still feel they are not old enough. They are young. They are not old. So they can't even take actions that would affect them positively and by extension their communities or society in which they dwell in. And it's because someone thinks I am older than this person, so you must, not do this when you are not of certain age. Meanwhile, in other places, we have young people who are telling millionaires at their mid-30s and all of that. But here it's different.
I have a different opinion when it comes to this seniority and junior thing, right?
Okay.
I believe that sometimes, yes, this cultural norm can be negative in terms of how we interact with these older folks. But as youth, I think sometimes to the over-exuberance is too much.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. We are overly active. Because if you watch the sitting yesterday, you realize that at some point you could tell the chairman and those, let me say, at the leadership side of things, were trying to reason with the guy. But he kept going on and on and on. At a point, I was asking, what's some year though? But sometimes how you present it, it will make it look some way, because they were trying so hard to reason with you, but no.
I can understand Edem Agbana's frustration because one, Edem Agbana being there is not there as Edem Agbana. He is there as a member of parliament representing a whole constituency. And in that constituency, there are older men and younger folks as well. So if he comes there and you, the chairperson, who is expected to control the storm, you call him or address him as young man. That is out of place. And what was he trying to do? He was only trying to find out who the woman was referring to as party people. And for me, that is not out of place at all. This man you call a young man, if you see some of the great things he is doing, look, I know a doctor friend who is working with him to provide health services in his constituency. He has a football team raising young talent in his constituency. He has a lot of things he is doing in his constituency that is way above his age. So if someone like that comes to sit down and trying to represent his people, who of course some are older than you, the chairperson, and then you say, hey, young man, he would have reason to be frustrated. And for me, I totally understand that. I'm rather disappointed in the chairperson for going that route when she should be the bigger person. You see, they always call us young, and they call themselves old, like they have all the wisdom in the world, yet still their actions always say otherwise.
You are even disappointed in an individual. For me, it's the entire body called Public Accounts Committee. Hey, many fear every time when they sit, there's this headline of someone misappropriating money, someone taking salary they don't deserve, someone taking leave and they are paying them. Always something is wrong because the Auditor General's report reveals this thing. But I keep asking myself, today it is Edem Agbana trying to probe something that looked like a dent on his own party from how they were presenting it.
Right.
But you see, this is where you know that politicians are not in for your good. When it comes to a point where they have to come together And I think the only time they agree is ex gratia and other things. But in some of these instances, because some of the people at the leadership table were doing partisan politics. Because at this point, it is the whole committee against one individual who was just trying to probe and know what's happened. I think I understand Edem Agbana's frustration again because he was trying to prove a point that sometimes they will come up with some of these excuses, but that is not what really happens because some of the civil servants can be very corrupt.
Yeah.
And truly, if party people took over, they would take over maybe a day or two. The rest of the things to who took over, who stole them.
Yeah.
And how is it not accounted for?
This is a bigger conversation about accountability and probity. So then we have a sitting committee, and don't forget, Parliament is a house of records. So years will come, we might forget this incident, but people, maybe just for institutional memory, would go back to Hansard and go back to, their books.
They have to capture it, too.
And they'll see all of these things. And my worry is, now, this committee that has sat, do we now even know who the party people are? Do we now even know who are those who are supposed to deliver the grains and fail to do that? What is their punishment? All of these things should be the conversation that we should be having after a public account committee have sat. But here we are having a conversation about someone being called a small boy and all of that. And that is why I have a problem with the chairperson. Now you have actually taken away the conversation from who should be accounting for what they have done and what they have not done to who is a small boy, who is the older one, who has sense more than who. So if you compare the two, you realize that one has even failed at their job, which is the public accounts committee. They have failed at this sitting. Because as we speak, we don't even know who is going to be punished for what.
I think you are forgetting the country you operate in. We are dramatic people. We like comedy. We major in the minors. Everything that will make us laugh, controversial things that will make us talk about it the whole week, that's what we are interested in. So, a public accounts committee sat, and the topic we are discussing here is who says small boy, and who says old lady, and who says grandma. That is who we are. And we are surprised we are where we are as a country.
Yeah, I think the reset there
but sincerely, I think PAC and CASA as a committee, before they start a new season of coming out to do another committee sitting, if it's not part of our constitution, they should come out with a press conference, at least the top 50 issues they discussed in the last sitting and surcharge people, said police should arrest some people. They do that, right? They should update us in a press conference for us to know what they did in the past and what they're about to do now. This monies we are talking about, this lady will not appear again. It means that scanners are share.
What they said, 19.1 million. Some have been retained.
But John Dumelo, if you want your future in politics to look bright, don't be doing some of these things. The person was seated next to you. The person is not deaf and dumb. You are there answering questions for the person as if those of us watching and the committee members, they are not intelligent enough to understand what she said. Playing around it, Obi say, okay, so movie sets one. But Dumelo, don't be doing that. One Kasawa explanation, video, did it make sense to you? When you were on the other side and you were criticizing politicians, these were some of the things they were doing. See, the old folks, we can say on authority that they failed us. Especially those you like to refer to as being individuals who got a lot of things for free in their youth. They have failed us. But you, John Dumelo, as part of this new generation climbing the leadership ladder, don't start like this because we cry a better record. So if something should happen, God forbid, again, and it's controversial, people will reference you trying to cover civil servants who are thieves. Some civil servants.
Yeah, causing rot in the system.
And you, because you are a minister, you are answering. If it's a party people, it's a Ghanaians. How is Ghanaians and party people rhyming in one sentence?
You see, right now, now even the average Ghanaian youth is not ready to take these statements of older people saying the young people of this country are lazy and all of that, because we have seen their scorecard. Even the chairperson, she was a deputy minister of finance, and we have seen her scorecard. Even her boss is unable to come back to the country. So let's not do these kind of things. Right now, we are moving to a point where now it is time, because Africa, we always boast about a youthful population. But how has that benefited the continent? Because we have older folks who are always trampling upon you. If you are trying to make progress, you are seen as the odd one out. If you are trying to, move against all odds, they'll say, hey, you see, you are speeding too much, slow down. And that has caused us not to even have, how many millionaires can we count who are from, let's say, 30 to 35?
Open millionaires.
You see, so right now we must move away from that narrative. And that is why, even if you go online, you can tell that a lot of the youth are backing Edem Agbana, because, we don't even have a lot of them in parliament. The few we have to, you are trying to stifle them. You are trying to press them. You get, and this time, we would not allow that. Rather, where the strength and concentration should be is closing the loopholes, the leakages that is happening. And that is why I agree with you that John Dumelo shouldn't do that the next time, because the civil service worker, they are also part of our problem.
Yes.
Because we are always blaming the politician, but the politician is only there to sign. Once he signs, it's the civil service who ensures that everything goes through.
Let's even take it that some party people took some of the things. Can she account for all the ones that were lost? That wasn't the party people.
And even in any case, and the reason why we are strongly behind Edem Agbana is, in any case, even if party people took over the warehouse, is it a justification not to deliver on what you've been paid for? At the end of the day, we want to find out whether the tax, the taxpayers' money, the reason why some of us cannot afford 3 square meals a day, and we are paying taxes to this government, and they are committing them to this civil service people, and they are creating this rot. That is why the youth can't even afford 3 square meals a day. We cannot sit there and then defend such people when they are the reason why some youth, which includes myself, we can't afford 3 square meals a day.
Hey, you are a youth, huh?
Oh, I am a strong youth. What do you mean, Kingsley? So right now we are moving away from that narrative and rather focus the energy on closing these leakages and getting the full benefit of institutions that are under the government.
Drops mic, Yapon.
Charlie, well, let us know what you think in the comment section. And while you're doing that, recommend this to a brother, a friend, a sister. Until we come your way next time, be a strong youth. Make nobody lie you. And be a great citizen. We are.